Hi everybody. I've made a number of videos on Islam, and it all started when I was given a Quran by two guys in my hometown, and they were preaching Islam on the side of the street or questioning like English guys like me, Canadian guys, and asking them what they knew about Islam, and they had this board about different things, and I engaged in conversation, and I got a Quran. Now I apologize for this. I explained in my last video that my dog kind of took it for in the backyard, and it's not in good shape. But nonetheless, I've still been referring to it, and again, I apologize. I'm not trying to show that I've desecrated your holy book by any means. Okay, not at all. I really wish you didn't do that. But I'm want to make a follow-up video because in my last videos, I feel like I kind of portrayed Islam in the wrong light. Okay, I'm asking for forgiveness for everybody. Long story short, what I said was a lot in historical reference, which was in reference to my initial video on Islam, what I thought was what the Quran was a part of, which was converting people back in the day. We're talking like 8th century, okay, 9th century, medieval times. One of the tools to convert people, like new areas they're conquering, by getting them on board, okay? And I know that there is validity in that, but I don't want to, portray Islam in that light because I don't believe that, okay? That it's just like if I was to make a 10-minute video on Islam, and that's the one thing I focused on, I think it's giving Islam a bit of a disservice or just not just justice, okay? So I want to actually focus on things that I think are pretty cool about it, okay? Or at least things I want to learn more about it. Because, again, I'm no Islamic scholar. I always say this in every video, and then people keep saying, oh, you need to learn more and shit. Yeah, of course I do, okay? So I'm sorry for swearing. I don't want to swear in these videos. People keep criticizing me that I don't know enough, and I'll agree with you 100%, okay? But so this video is just about what I want to talk about, and I'll initiate by talking about the Prophet Mohammed, peace be upon him. And some people have said, well, thank you for saying peace be upon him, and actually that's just pure out of respect, okay? And that's something that I would say to anybody who I would talk about in a historical context that in this regard that has, especially in Islam, I wanted to talk to you guys in the utmost respect in the terminology that you would say, okay? So, talking about Muhammad and the divine. So when you talk about Muhammad and his place in Islam, it's all about, for me anyway, my interpretation, again, I read the Quran, is about the divine guidance he gives us, or civilization, specifically Islam. Now, where did he get the divine guidance from? And this is Archangel Gabriel, okay? And so I had to look into this a little bit more. And what was this all about? Because this kind of, to get down to the root of things for me, like getting right down to the nitty gritty, we call it, okay? Like right down to where it all came from. How did Muhammad get his message? Well, it was through apparently Archangel Gabriel over a period of time, and it came to him when he was in a later stage of life. Okay, in a cave of Hira in 610 CE, he encountered Archangel Gabriel. So light appears, Gabriel appears, and there's some degree of revelation, not degree. There was a revelation that was given to Muhammad. Okay, and this is what I wanted to understand, because if I was to, for me, like to understand Islam, it's like, sure, the rest of it I can look at, right, the whole Quran and everything, but I want to look at where the divine message, what the root of it is. And I think you guys do too, right? Am I correct? Leave in the comment section below what you think about that. So this is over a period of 23 years. Apparently, Gabriel visited Muhammad, peace be upon him, versus in life and in law and spirituality, and he was receiving different verses. Okay, so this is important aspect of how Muhammad was receiving a divine message, that the divine message of Islam that everybody who preaches and prays to it this day, the root of it, which I think is very important. If you want to understand Islam, it's very important, okay? And that's essential for the Quran, because this divine message of Gabriel to Muhammad was the deliverance of it is what gave the Quran the substance and the actual the spiritual value to make it a religion that it is today. If it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be anything, okay? And from what I've gathered from my other research is Archangel Gabriel was not just a part of Islam, part of the Bible, part of Judaism and things. Now, there is some question of it, whether it was the same spirit or the same entity that gave it to Christianity and gave it to Islam. Was it a different one or is it the same, right? Regardless, you have to ask a fundamental question, which is what is an archangel? What is an angel? Okay. In Islam, there's angels, there's jinn, which are demons, just like in Christianity, there's demons and angels. So these are types of higher order entities, which are of power, which supposedly reflect the divine message of God, okay, or Allah, and bring that to us lower state beings through messengers, through channels, right? They don't just come at us all directly, they come at us through certain channels, which Muhammad, peace be upon him, would be one of them, right? In this case. So we got to talk about things like archangels. It's like, again, coming to Judaism, Christianity, Islam, messengers of God, delivering important revelations. So when it comes to Islam again, that's the relationship with Gabriel and Muhammad is, I would say, an integral one for understanding what Islam is in essence. Now, I want to look more into, because I'm not an Islamic scholar, I'm just somebody who's getting their foot in the door to things, so please tell me if I'm wrong about things. But I would love to learn more about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's early life and his revelations, and how that came to, be how that manifested in the Quran. Now, I've read the Quran. I understand how it did to an extent, but again, there's a bit of a gap there for me, which is the historical context. Okay, and a lot of people recommended I read the Hadiths, and I haven't looked. I don't even know what the Hadiths are. Okay, that's how ignorant I am to your religion. If you're watching this, okay, I don't know the Hadiths. I read the Quran in 3 days about 2 months ago, and I've done some subsequent research on certain topics, such as what I talked about today. But do you recommend, because some people are like, don't read it, or read this first, you got to do this first, or that. So the Hadith seems to be a controversial and topic even within people who are Muslims. Okay, so leave in the comment section what your advice is about what that is, and what your advice is about what everything I've talked about, which is essentially the fundamental roots of Islam, which is Muhammad peace be upon him, getting the message 40 years old over a period of 23 years. You know what I mean? By Archangel Gabriel. Like, what's your interpretation of that? I would love to hear it. Leave in the comment section below, because I read through it all, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. And to be honest, this is something that I still haven't fully gathered, and I don't have enough to even have a full opinion on. That I'm sure some of you guys do. Okay, because I made comments, I made videos recently about Islam and things, and I had a strong opinion on. And again, I want to apologize for some of my strong views on Islam. I don't think that fully reflects the beauty and essence of Islam. So leave in the comments section below what your thoughts are on this video. And I would love to have further conversation with you guys on this exact topic. So thank you. Many blessings and peace be upon you. Have a great night.